Son will premiere later this year, but you won't have to wait that long to see Roy because he's in Seattle.
Yes.
He's at the Parlor Live in Bellevue this weekend. For tickets to a performance tonight or tomorrow, go to parlorlive.com or bobrivers.com. Roy Wood Jr., welcome back to 95.
Thank you all for having me back.
Good to have you.
I'm appreciative of your hospitality and thankful that I'm here again.
Now, where do you live? Are you L.A.?
Yeah, I'm in L.A. now. I'm in L.A. I get back to Birmingham as much as I can, but, you know, you stay in L.A. too long and you get back to Alabama and it feels like time travel. And I love my state to death, but I get off the plane and I'm just like, oh, yeah. Miss, I'd like to book a return flight right now, please.
Oh, really?
So it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
But
Now,
it's always
so
fun.
your family is still in Birmingham?
Yeah, everybody's in Alabama. They're all depressed because of the football situation, because Auburn lost and whatever. And, you know, football fans down there, I mean, you guys definitely do it big up here with the Seahawks, but you got to understand.
Wasn't always that way here, though. I mean, we always had good fans, but not always this winning way kind of.
Well, yeah, way back Steve Largent days and stuff like that. Yeah, there was definitely a different type of Seahawk fan, but like college football fans scare me.
In Alabama, especially.
Yeah, scared. Like, legitimately, a man will fight you in an Applebee's. I'm like, sir, I'm just here to enjoy boneless wings. I'm not bothering anybody. I didn't come in here and go, hey, screw Alabama football.
Right.
I'm not going to fight you over a school that neither one of us had the grades to get into.
Thank you.
Look at my transcripts, sir.
It's funny in the South because it's the most religious place. They're so in the church. They're so so hospitable. But the first swearing I ever heard, I grew up in Mississippi or was born there.
Yeah.
Ole Miss Mississippi State games. They go in there, go to hell. I mean, they hate each other.
That's why
for that 2 3 hours. You know?
Why is it that college fans are like PLO and Israelis? How come?
I do not. I think you're raised just in that blood and that bath and just, yeah, boy, you better pick Alabama.
Do you ever play
Auburn
football?
right now. No, football's too angry, man. I played baseball and soccer. I played polite sports.
Wow.
I did. Like, football is like, and I did the 1 year I tried to play football. It was like 8th grade. And if you're going to play football, you have to start your kids like young.
Right.
So that they can grow into the aggression that's part of that sport. Because if you just immerse yourself once it's at like 8th grade football, like 80-pound league or whatever, these kids have daddy issues. They're in gangs already. So they're mad about stuff, and they're trying to take it out on me, and I'm the new kid, and guys are lining up across the line of scrimmage looking at me, and this guy looks me dead in the face, and he just goes, I'm going to kill you. I go, what? I'm going to kill. And I call a timeout. I'm like, Coach, listen, I play baseball. There's no killing. Killing's not part of baseball. You might talk a little trash, but it's to one person. But when you have 11 people going, kill you, and they're whispering it so the ref can't hear it, it's just an intimate moment between you and a 16-year-old 8th grader. And I'm like, all right, this is not my sport.
It is that way. It's like war, football.
Is it like that here with the Seahawk fans? Like, I know you guys are fanatics, but are you like fight punch? Like, because I've chickened out of going to games. Like, I'm a Dolphins fan. And I thought I wanted to go to a Jets game. Halfway through the parking lot, I just go, I can't deal with this.
I would say our fan. You could speak better than I can because you're actually there. But I would say my impression of our fans before Spike puts a cap on it is that they are politer than other fans around the country, but incredibly happy right now, incredibly positive, and extremely. They're a little cocky and proud of their team. Would you agree?
Define polite. Does that mean you'll beat me in the face but still call the paramedics for me? Like, is that polite?
I will verbally undress you and put your clothes on backwards, but I won't raise a fist against you. Yeah. And I say that when I have to qualify that by saying we've had to put undercover police officers into our stands in opposing jerseys. And this
to weed out the bad guys.
This is the most brilliant thing I've ever seen because every opposing fan you jerk with could be taking you to jail later. So that's a nice little
wow.
Isn't that a great idea?
So we have opposing fan narcs.
Now when we went to a Raider game with the Seahawks, we took some listeners one time, got a chance to take the Seahawk fan base to the Oakland Coliseum to enjoy a Seahawk Raider game, and the team actually told us to not wear our team colors into that prison that is the Oakland Coliseum. They said, we appreciate your support, but we cannot promise you that you will have safe passage. don't wear those colors. In
Can
the
I
stadium.
guarantee your safety?
Yeah.
So this is
That sounds more like what you're used to.
Yeah. Can I guarantee?
Now you can go to a game up here, man. You can go to a game and have a blast.
Right.
Yeah.
So Roy,
Fair
what were you
enough.
like growing up? What did you? When did you know you wanted to do comedy?
Probably it wasn't until college.
Really? What
I
were you like
didn't- I
before
didn't-
that?
I mean, I played sports. I was a bit of a bench warmer. I kept to myself.
Oh.
You know,
Quiet kid, really?
Yeah, very much so. Like
Not like the class cut up or the class clown or
No,
anything.
no. I had really tough disciplinarian parents. So if one bad conduct
Did your
report
parents
came
say,
home,
"I'm going to kill you"?
you got suspended from school today? I'm gonna kill you.
Wasn't your dad a radio guy?
Break your fingers, man. Yeah, my dad was in radio. He did radio for like 40, 50 years. My dad, actually, I told you the story last time. when I
Harry
was here.
Chapin, WOLD. That was him. No, that is the white guy.
No, he was on WVON in Chicago for a while before he started like this black news network down in Birmingham or whatever. He used to work with Don Cornelius before Don Cornelius got in the Soul Train and all of that
Cornelius Brothers and Sister Rose. That
stuff.
Don Cornelius.
Yeah, so the Soul Train.
It's too late to turn back now. I love that song.
Look at how Bob
I
jams.
believe I'm falling in love.
Roy, you like his one
You
shoulder
hadn't heard the
going?
white version of that
You
yet.
see my shoulder going up and down.
Shoulder.
I find myself calling her at least
I
10
don't know.
times a
It
day.
looks like a stroke symptom. That's
the
not
best you
dancing
can
at all.
That's great music, though. That was a radio guy, Don
Yeah.
Cornelius. Yeah, and your
Yeah.
dad worked with him.
Yeah, my dad worked with him and missed out on the opportunity to buy into the Soul Train empire.
Wow, that
Hey,
was a big deal.
Yeah, Don was like, "Hey, you want to jump on this?" To which my dad said, "Nobody wants to watch black people dance for an hour."
It was not true.
Which, if you look at BET, that's all we do for 24 hours is dance up and down. But yeah, I was an only child, so Legos, video games, man.
Is your dad still with us?
No, my dad passed away back when I was 16, prostate cancer. So
Oh, man,
my
that's
mom
too-
is
that's
still
terrible.
here heckling me on his behalf. So.
Oh, cool. Is she proud of you?
Yeah, now.
Well, Sullivan and Son is a great show and a hit, so you
mean,
got to be
Doesn't
proud
she get her
about
friends
that.
to watch, and isn't she all proud that you're on TV?
Now, yeah, but you got to remember, I started when I was 19. I was a sophomore in college. I went to Florida A&M, and I used to sneak into comedy shows at Florida State, pretending to be a Florida State student so I could do the student talent show. My GPA at the time was like a 2.3-ish, somewhere in there. So try calling your mom and going, "Listen, I know you sent me down here to get a degree in something intelligent, but I think I want to entertain drunk people for the rest of my life."
She didn't appreciate it at first.
We didn't talk.
Oh,
Mama,
really?
We didn't talk for months when I first started doing comedy, and it slowly I kind of defrosted her a little bit because my grades got better. So once I graduated from college, then she was like, "Okay, fine, do what you want."
Is she in your act at all? Do you talk about her?
Here and there, I don't that much.
Disciplinarian parents will leave them out
Well,
of it.
the problem is that my mom is still in administration at a college in Birmingham, so I can't say a lot of the stuff that I want to say about her.
My mom's a day drinker.
Exactly.
She overdoes it.
Yeah, because they're
For
gonna
$100, she'll change your grade.
yeah,
we'll just
bring
keep
it up in
guessing.
a faculty meeting.
Yeah, well,
I don't want to have my mom on the losing end. "Well, Dr. Wood, we heard your son's last CD.
yeah,
and,
that's true. That's true. You got to be respectful. That's good.
used
You
to
love your mama.
Beat this boy a little bit. And, we don't appreciate that. We have to let you go."
Now, speaking of drinking, are you trying to stop for the new year or something?
No, I'm just switching to wine.
Oh, you're downgrading.
I don't know if it's a downgrade. It's a different kind of drunk. It's just whiskey. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of.
You're tired of whiskey, so you're switching to
I'm
wine.
tired of the wine. I watch wine drinkers and I see the kind of drunks they are, and I go, you know what? It seems to be very composed, something professional about it. I could do that because whiskey is just very like wine. I notice wine, and the couple of times that I've gotten a buzz off of it is that wine gives you a warning. Wine is like a polite concierge who comes over and goes, "Listen, I know you're enjoying the beverage, but if you have one more glass, you will become irresponsible. So I'm going to give you 15 minutes to think about it. Now, if you want to have another glass,
Maybe you
feel
should
free."
even leave what's left in that glass in that
Yeah.
glass. The people, wine drinkers do that. Whiskey drinkers don't do
Whiskey
that.
comes over to you like a drunk bounce. "Hey, man, we're drunk." "What? You're supposed to give me a warrant." "I forgot. We're drunk. Let's go drive that police car." Like,
We've
all
always
right.
wanted to drive a police car.
Yeah, and then
Now we can.
the problem with wine, though, is that wine drinkers are way more talkative than whiskey drinkers. Whiskey drinkers, God bless them, because they drink it and they shut up. But wine drinkers, I'm not used to the conversation, and I don't know enough about wine to sound intelligent. Well, what is is that a Merlot? Is that a Cabernet? I don't know, man. It's wine. I bought it. Well, no, you must know. Is that what is the effervescence? It smells. What is the vineyard? Hey, man.
Just always say you sense notes of cherry and assume that everybody else is talking out of their ass.
Dude asked me what vineyard. I told him Walgreens. I'm like,
Finest wine.
Hey,
in
man,
town.
it was next to the Pringles, and I like Pringles. So I figured that'd be a good place to pick up the wine. But whiskey has you doing stuff that you weren't prepared for, and you get scared. This is when I quit having to let whiskey go, or at least have a talk with somebody about it. Last summer, I got drunk in Chicago with a couple of guys. I don't know if you know the guys from True TV's Impractical Jokers.
Yeah,
but
love that show.
Fun guys, but they're lunatics off the camera, and they get us into a 7-Eleven at 3:30 in the morning, and somehow, some way, I consume a Mountain Dew, 2 microwave burritos, and 4 erection pills. And
Wait a minute.
that order.
Do you buy those in a convenience store?
it's all over the counter, like
Oh, is it
horny
really?
goat
Oh, yeah.
weed, weird stuff.
Oh, yeah.
We're not talking prescription strength Viagra.
Not Viagra, but this other weird, this weird stuff that we don't even know what it is.
You,
Yeah, that's right.
stuff that's not approved
Stuff
by
that they haven't figured out how to make
They
it
got
legal
the,
yet.
the synthetic marijuanas, all this crazy unlicensed stuff in gas stations these days.
I
in
need to
convenience
try
stores.
some. No, I don't.
Oh,
No, you
dude,
don't.
I'm drunk and I'm popping on a dare. It's not like that was on my shopping list when I walked in. And
It's called 5-hour Manergy.
yeah,
right? They
dude.
call that, yeah.
And my chest starts fluctuating, and I'm like, oh. And the only thought I have for the next 2 hours is, please, God, don't let this be how I die. Like,
man.
that's not how you want to die. And then they have to bury you sideways. You can't even close the casket because it's just too much stress.
So, do you have someone to bring that home to? Do you have a girlfriend?
No, that's what made it so irresponsible. Why? Well, I thought we were going to a strip club, and then they sent us home. All right, I'm going home. I'm like, no, we can't go home. I just took 5.
So wait a minute. Those over-the-counter convenience store things do work down there. Just
Nah, it not on me.
It didn't work, okay.
Nah, I didn't feel anything. That's why I'm not going to name the brand. I don't want to get sued, but get taken into court. We will prove to you that our pills are effective. Drop your pants. Like, no, not at all.
all right, didn't work.
Nah,
so,
no
but you went home
relationships,
still
man.
lonely, right? You have no girlfriend?
Nah. I'm gonna lose some weight right now.
Okay.
So I'm gonna lose weight, and then I'll start dating again. I'm closed for renovations.
You look like you've lost since the last time you were here. Is
Yeah,
that just
a little-
my,
well-
is it because you're wearing black? Black is a slimming color.
Yeah, I went to Israel. I went to Israel for like 10 days and ate kosher and just lost weight. Like, I couldn't find cheese or meat or half of the fattening stuff that I like to eat over here. And just by default,
Yeah, you're looking
But
good.
you're funny.
fell
I
off.
thought a
Thank you,
comedian
sir.
could gain weight and get girls.
well, but here's the thing, man. You either got to be fat or skinny. You can't be like me in this
in between.
weird
They get that in between
transition
problem.
phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I either need to put on 40 pounds or lose 20. Like, I got to make a choice.
Good for you
I
for being
gotta
healthy.
commit myself. Let's not. I don't know, not yet. Nutrition's expensive. Say what you want about being fat, but it's very affordable. I had cash at all times.
It's true.
$5 hot and readies. I'm drinking these $8 smoothies now.
That's right. All the juicer stuff and all of
It's
those.
just fruit and ice in a cup. How is that $8? I know I shouldn't get mad. I get furious. How dare you charge? Well, it's a passion, tranquility, mango. It's not tranquility. You didn't put tranquility inside of it. It's not a tangible. It's an emotion. You give me back $5. This is a $3 beverage. I'm not.
You know why that stuff is so expensive? I have a theory. Nobody wants it. So they have to wait 3 hours for someone to come in and say, "Make me a smoothie," right? Whereas the places that are passing out the chili dogs and the death burgers are packed and they have a
So
huge
profit
cup.
by volume.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
So they
Okay.
just sell fewer
That's
of
right.
those.
Yeah,
What do
that
you
makes the smoothie so expensive. I'm surprised rappers don't talk about them in their songs.
think? Yeah.
I'm
Get
gonna do
champagne.
some grapes.
Pull some kale on these girls and they bend over, shake that booty, girl.
Make it rain kale.
Just ripping up pieces of kale, just sprinkling it.
Roy Wood Jr. Roy, you've been to the parlor. You were there last time you were here, right?
Yeah, I came with the Sully Son boys.
I was off the day you were here, so I didn't get to meet you. It's very nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for having me,
The
sir.
Parlor Live in Bellevue this weekend. For tickets, go to parlorlive.com. bobrivers.com or bobrivers.com. We have a link there. Roy Wood Jr.
Good times.
Thanks for
Thank y'all.
stopping by.